Hello and welcome to my channel GreenLion Goddess Tarot. This is your daily reading for the 17th and I am back from Sydney. Yeah, I've got a family member in hospital, so I'm going to be in and out of Sydney over the next couple of weeks, but I'm going to still just work around it. But there might just be a few less readings along the way. We'll see how we go. Might be skeleton readings for the next couple of weeks. We'll see. But this is for the 17th. We have some very lucky energy happening over the next couple of days, at least the next 4 to 5 days, which is the Sun conjunct Jupiter. So let's see what is coming through for you. So let's see, Sun conjunct Jupiter. Let's see what is coming in for the 17th. So let's see as we get to the tail end of Taurus season. That fell out. Okay, the Ten of Cups. First thing we're going to do is look at our happiness with the Ten of Cups. Happy around the home, happiness around a family situation or a home and living situation. So let's see what else is coming through. You might even notice a lot of really strong Pleiadian energy as I pulled the Star card out around at this moment of time. The Ten of Wands, 2 tens and the Star, the 3 of Swords and the Moon. Ooh, the Star and the Moon, and the 5 of Cups. This might feel like there's a lot of work around, that something is requiring a lot of work. And that in itself, again, there's a lot of home energy. Something perhaps is disappointing that comes in around this. But it really feels like in general, you're being really guided towards a new direction to make you happy here. And it's a sense of having to kind of put in the work with, moving forward with some funkier energy, I guess, is what I'm seeing here. Is an opportunity here to step into a new direction or a new future with a partner or with a partnership or a person in your life, a significant relationship or relationships in general. And there's this really, with the Star card and the Ten of Cups, it feels like this hopeful energy of being guided towards something that feels a lot happier, but there's still work to be done, especially in the subconscious realms around letting go of some old emotional energies, even perhaps even resentments was the word I was given. So it's kind of like we've been given the vision, like the future hope, and then it's like this could make you happy, but you've still got all this work to kind of do to get there, or you need to kind of dedicate yourself to the path where you can open your mind beyond a place where you are being wounded, which is interesting. So this is kind of like, okay, so in general, what I'm getting here is this opportunity here to raise our vibration. There's all this underlying murky stuff that's there, that's coming up. And it's like, let's somehow try and build a bridge to the higher vibrations on Earth. So that's kind of the feeling I'm getting here. It's kind of fascinating. It's like chalk and cheese, this reading. It's like these are the really good things and these are the not so good things. And it might just be that a shift of perspective you might be able to see something that you hadn't previously seen you might be able to see something in a new light, where suddenly it's perhaps seeing that shifting your perspective or shifting the way that you're looking or perceiving something could make you happier and could feel a lot more feeling like this is a happier direction for me. This is a future that I can see myself being happy in. So whilst there's this sort of interestingly funky energy, it's saying to focus on the good things, not necessarily the things that are requiring a lot of work or triggering you or wounding you at this moment or that are unclear. There's this opportunity here to kind of shift gears into a new vision or to shift our perspective in some way. So I kind of feel like there's almost like something that we're not necessarily seeing here, because both the characters have got their backs turned, the 5 of Cups and the 10 of Wands, to the 10 of Cups and the Star card, and both of those represent happiness and future hope and future direction. And it's like we're not seeing it, or we're sort of too involved in the things, like they're both, this one's facing towards the 3 cups that are fallen over, and this one's facing towards the 3 of swords and the moon. And it's sort of like you could be definitely focusing on things that haven't worked out, or things that are disappointing, or a sense of having to emotionally let go of something from the past, or that realizing that, there's some, or I guess the negative is really, or some things that feel like it's hard work in front of you. And it's saying that there is this really positive energy here, and these characters just need to kind of shift around to see it or to experience it. But it's there. This guidance that's coming in with the star card. This is this beautiful higher guidance that can come through that might feel like a real download. And if we're too busy in our own emotional worlds, our doings and our own minds, and even our subconscious minds, we're not going to experience this beautiful higher download. So there are saying there's opportunities for that around. It's just that, somehow we've got to shift the way that we're seeing things to see it in some way. So it's one of those interesting things. It's a little bit like find the blessings in the current situation that you're in. But with the star card, it really feels like there's some kind of, even like I know some of you are into star seeds and things like that, but and like I mentioned, there are some really strong Pleiadian energy around at the moment, but it just feels like there is this higher message of hope that we could tune into in some way that could make us feel happy. So you might just not be experiencing it or being able to access it or feel it right now. And this could even be with the Star and the 10 of Cups, the opening of our crown chakras, because the 5 of Cups, the rest of the cards feel like they're very much, down here on earth. And this feels like there's something quite extraordinary and high vibrational that's potentially we could tune into. So it's quite fascinating what's happening here. So I feel like it's one of those things that if you believe, you might know what the 10 of Cups and the Star card represents to you, this future vision or future hope, but maybe it's not feeling quite so possible now, or maybe it's like I don't understand how it's going to happen, or whatever it is. There's this sort of a sense I'm getting is to trust this higher message that's coming through, despite the fact that what you're seeing is might not necessarily be playing out just yet. But it's one of those interesting things that sometimes up in the quantum realms, or the energy's already there, but it just hasn't grounded down yet and onto Earth, and that's what it feels like. This energy feels very much like it's up in the high vibrational fields. It hasn't fully come down yet, and it's like we have to get to a certain frequency to be able to hear it and listen to it. And it's something different to our ordinary frequency. So, for whatever reason, I'm just getting, this is the information I'm getting. So, it's fascinating, but there's this very high vibrational frequency that is sort of out of the norm, or the norm that we are used to. So this might come in the form of like an interesting synchronicity, or some kind of something, something really good that's here, that it may even be some kind of surprise blessing that comes in that you're not even really expecting. But it's fascinating. It's there, but we're not, the characters are not looking at it or noticing it. So it's going to be fascinating to see how this kind of manifests in our world. But that's the reading for the 17th. Fascinating. So thank you so much for joining me. Please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. Love to read your comments, and take care.